In a moment that stunned many and quickly gained global attention, Pope Francis recently made remarks that, while subtle and carefully measured, seemed to reflect on the life of Prince Harry in a way no one expected. The comments caught the attention of both religious and secular audiences, as Pope Francis's reflections seemed to touch on some deeper truths about identity, duty, and the intense pressures that come with growing up in the public eye. Although the Pope never directly named Harry, his words hit so close to home that they sparked a wave of curiosity, prompting many to dive deeper into the implications of what he said. Pope Francis, a figure known for his spiritual insight and compassion, spoke during a time when the world was already paying attention to high-profile figures like Prince Harry. His comments were not direct criticisms, but reflections on the personal transformation and growth of individuals under the scrutiny of public life. This, in many ways, mirrored the struggles and triumphs of Prince Harry, whose life has been defined by a complex mix of privilege, public adoration, personal mistakes, and profound growth. The moment felt like the Pope was offering more than just a spiritual lesson. It was as though he was drawing a connection between two very different worlds, the royal family and the spiritual realm. This unexpected pairing captured the attention of many, sparking a conversation about how public life and personal challenges intersect. Prince Harry's life has been under the microscope for decades. Born on September 15, 1984, Harry grew up in the shadow of the British monarchy, a system filled with tradition and expectation. As the second son of Prince Charles and Princess Diana, he was third in line to the throne and carried with him the weight of royal legacy. But beyond the titles, Harry's life has been a journey of emotional growth, with moments of public embarrassment, personal tragedy, and ultimately a shift toward a new purpose. These are the experiences that the Pope seemed to touch upon when reflecting on the challenges of people in the public eye. Harry's journey as a royal was never just about carrying out duties or making public appearances. His unique charm and approachable demeanor made him one of the most beloved members of the royal family, especially among younger generations. Unlike his brother, Prince William, who often seemed more bound by tradition, Harry's relatability and sincerity won him the hearts of people all over the world. His commitment to mental health, veteran support, and wildlife preservation showed a side of the royal family that was not just about crowns and titles, but about making a real difference in the world. Harry became a symbol of authenticity, someone who sought to break down the barriers of royal formality and connect with people on a human level. But this authenticity came with its challenges. As a young man, Harry made his share of mistakes, and the press was always there, ready to pounce. The most infamous incidents of his youth, such as the Las Vegas scandal in 2012 and the Nazi costume incident in 2005, reminded the world that even royals are not immune to youthful errors. These moments were deeply embarrassing for Harry and the royal family, yet they also became turning points in his personal development. They were reminders that growing up in the royal spotlight doesn't shield you from mistakes. If anything, it amplifies them. Despite these missteps, Harry's life began to evolve in more profound ways as he moved into his 30s. The playful, impulsive young prince transformed into a serious advocate for mental health awareness and a passionate spokesperson for causes close to his heart. He joined forces with his brother, Prince William, and sister-in-law Kate Middleton to launch the Heads Together campaign, an initiative aimed at reducing the stigma surrounding mental health. This was one of the first times that a royal openly spoke about the importance of emotional well-being, and it marked a significant shift in how Harry was perceived. No longer just the mischievous younger brother, Harry was becoming a respected figure in his own right, admired for his honesty, courage, and unwavering commitment to change. However, Harry's evolving public image didn't mean the pressure of being a royal disappeared. In fact, it only grew. The media's relentless focus on his personal life and the intrusive coverage of his romantic relationships added even more strain. Harry often spoke about how the press's treatment of his late mother, Princess Diana, and his own life caused him significant anxiety. He feared that the same media tactics would be used against his own family, particularly his future wife and children. This desire for privacy became more urgent as Harry entered his 30s, and began a relationship with Meghan Markle, an American actress and humanitarian. Their love story seemed like an unlikely match to many. Meghan had a career, so of her own, one that wasn't tied to royalty, and she had a voice that was both independent and outspoken. But what stood out about their relationship was not just their differences, it was their shared values. Both Harry and Meghan were deeply passionate about social justice, mental health, and using their platform for meaningful change. Their bond wasn't just romantic, it was grounded in a shared desire to use their lives to make a difference in the world. But even as they found happiness in each other, the challenges only intensified. Meghan quickly became the target of relentless media scrutiny. The press hounded her, not just for her relationship with Harry, but for her background and identity. The headlines, often filled with racial undertones, caused widespread outrage. In response, Harry did something very few members of the royal family had ever done. He issued a public statement condemning the way the media was treating Meghan. It was an unprecedented move, showing just how seriously Harry took the protection of his family and how unwilling he was to let the mistakes of the past repeat themselves. Their relationship, which began in quiet and private moments, quickly became one of the most publicized in history. The couple's engagement in 2017, their wedding in 2018, and the birth of their son Archie in 2019 were all moments of joy and celebration. However, the relentless press coverage continued to take a toll on their mental health. As Harry and Meghan embraced their royal duties with passion, they were also confronted with the realities of public life, the unyielding media attention, and the constant invasion of privacy. It became clear that the pressure was unsustainable. By early 2020, Harry and Meghan made the bold decision to step back from their royal roles. This announcement, known as Megxit, sent shockwaves through the monarchy and ignited global debates about duty, freedom, and the future of the royal institution. The couple's decision wasn't just about stepping away from royal responsibilities. It was a statement about their need for space, privacy, and the ability to live their lives on their own terms. They no longer wanted to be bound by the expectations of the monarchy. They wanted to forge their own path. After stepping down, Harry and Meghan moved to North America, first to Canada and then to California. In their new life, they remained committed to creating positive change. Through their non-profit organization, Archewell, they focused on initiatives that reflected their core values of compassion, kindness, and community service. Their efforts ranged from supporting mental health to advocating for social justice.